Clark, welfare, CON, on 25th day of May 1927 he was born, and he left on the 17th of February 2025. Is the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON. And I want you to delete Senator Akpabio Monday from the list of those who sponsored the motion because he's no longer with us. He's now a governor, so he can do that under the governor's forum. So please delete his name from there. Joel, did you hear what I said? I said delete Akpabio. He's no longer with us. He's now a governor. So he will do his own condolence under the governor's forum. I think all that needed to be said had been said. So let me thank Governor Siraki Dixon, thank Joel Onawakwo, and all those who have spoken, particularly our elders in this Senate, starting from distinguished Senator Alero to distinguished Senator Baribe, and the very upcoming elder of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Ningi, for their speeches and eulogies on the demise of this iconic statesman. I had the luck of making Pa Edwin Clark a bit happy with development, not just when I was a governor, but when I was a minister of Niger Delta. I was able to work with contractors to complete the 26-year-old edifice that was meant to be the headquarters of the Oil Mineral Producing Areas Commission, UMPADEC, started in 1994 and abandoned. I was able to work and complete it, and I know that Edwin Clark personally wrote to me. He was a man who was excited about development. He wanted to see a better Niger Delta. He wanted to see a better Nigeria. Then I also had the opportunity to do concentric 11 kilometers of roads around his domain using the interlocking system because of the terrain that could not carry asphalt. And when that was commissioned, he said it was a surprise that after decades of struggle for development, this was the first time he was having a road in his own area, a road within his domain. So when we go for the obsequies, you'll see the interlocking roads infrastructure that we were able to put together for him under the Niger Delta Development Commission. I can recall how excited he was on that day. And then a lot of people may see him as an activist, but I would rather say that he was a man who lamented over the state of Nigeria. He was pained that Nigeria, with the resources available, should have done better than we did. He saw Nigeria as a sleeping elephant that should actually have been a moving giant, a lion in the Committee of States in Africa. Edwin Clark did his best to fight for the rights of the minorities across the entire country. So he traversed from Niger Delta to the north, from north to Middle Belt, and tried to unite them. And he tried his best in a plural system like Nigeria, with different ethnic groups. You can imagine in a place like Adamawa alone, we have well over 97 ethnic groups in Adamawa State alone. So one man took it upon himself to stand all the way in Delta State to fight for the rights of those minorities. And for some of us from the majority tribe, we may not know how deprived it could be to belong to the minorities, even in terms of employment opportunities, in terms of amenities, and in terms of even patronage in different places. Even sometimes you will belong to the majority tribe like the Ndigbos, and you still suffer the same fate. So you can imagine what Edwin Clark was fighting for, and always on television. He had a very strong voice. His voice resonated above the age of 90. At any point in time when Edwin Clark speaks, you see the passion that he was speaking about Nigeria. And then, I don't know, the voice never went. So today, we have lost him. He has died with a very strong voice that resonated everywhere, and then a voice that every Nigerian child, whether you are 50 years and below or above, will always recognize that that is Edwin Clark, Edwin Clark speaking, when you hear it on television or on radio. We miss him in Niger Delta region. We miss him in Nigeria. I pray to Almighty God to give us another Edwin Clark that will stand for the rights of every Nigerian, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of your creed, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of whether you are a minority or a majority. And of course, when we read through his different books, you will see the travels of Edwin Clark and his efforts to bring about a just and egalitarian Nigerian society. And so today the Nigerian Senate mourns with the family of Edwin Clark. We mourn with the Jabodo community. We mourn with the Ijoland. We mourn with Delta State in particular. We even mourn with the senatorial district of my brother, Senator Siraki Dixon, that we didn't know was part of the Midwest, despite being in the Niger Delta. Little wonder that your wife is from the Southwest. So you were already, so honestly, so now I know if we have to do what we did during the MPN days, when you are too strong, we send you back to Cameroon. We say you are not from Nigeria. I know where to deport you to. I'm telling you. So Nigeria did better than the colonialists. Those ones who just come to a community and cut you into two. This group belonged to Cameroon. This group belonged to Calabar, and all that. And I was in Cote d'Ivoire a few weeks ago, and I was shocked to realize that the Ashanti people were also in Cote d'Ivoire. So they did not just cut them, they bargainized them, some in Cote d'Ivoire, some in Ghana, and some of them in Senegal, but the same Ashanti people. So Africa was partitioned without regard to your ethnic affiliation and without consultation with our forefathers. But like I always say, and I will say this on the demise of this great man, that a child of rape should not allow the circumstances of his birth to mar his future. We must manage Nigeria. We must come together in brotherhood to develop this country and just take it as the will of Almighty Allah that we should all remain together and we must work together for the purpose of bringing unity and development to ourselves and to future generations. May His grace to rest in perfect peace. Let us look at the prayers. Observe a minute silence in honor of Pa Edwin Clark for his services to our nation. Those in support of prayer one say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2. Send a letter of condolence that has been corrected by the senior senator. Just take it for the purpose of the record.
Thank you, Mr. President. An amendment to